Enroll your child for the manifested e-learning platform and see their grades grow tremendously. These videos can be downloaded to a laptop for offline viewing or viewed from a smartphone in a cost-friendly format.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Business Studies lesson. The topic is business and its environment. In our last lesson, we discussed the various reasons why people engage in business. Today we want to discuss the various business activities that people get involved in. So the subtopic is business activities. So we have the subject is business studies. This is Form 1 work, and the subtopic here is business activities. Business activities. That's what we want to learn today. Business activities. People carry out different business activities in order to earn income. That's what we learned last time. And business activities are those which involve the provision of goods and services with an aim of earning profit. With an aim of earning profit. Learners, when people engage in activities whose intention is not to earn profit, then they are referred to as non-business activities. But if you engage in a business activity and you want to earn profit, then that is what we are referring to as business. But when you engage in an activity with intention of not earning profit, we call that that activity non-business profit. For example, going to fish for sale to customers. You go to the lake or to the river, you extract fish, all right, and you sell to customers, then that is a business activity. But if you fish and consume the fish, that is referred to as non-business activity because you did not sell it to earn profit. Okay? I've met some musicians in studio somewhere who told me that I asked them why they are doing music. They told me they are not doing the music for sale. They used a Sheng word. They said, kujinais. All right? We are doing music kujinais. So that means they are doing music for the sake of it. They have no intention, they had no intention of selling the music. So there are certain activities which people engage in. I can also give an example of farming, all right? When there are people who farm so that they can use the produce for own consumption. That is non-business farming, non-business activity. But if you farm for the purpose of selling the farm produce to other people to earn profit, then that will be categorized as business activity. In this lesson, we want to give different categories of business activities. Business activity, that's what we want to do in our today's lesson. Business, I'll use a diagram, business activities. I'll use a diagram. Okay, the first one is extraction. 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 This is the first category. Under extraction, we have many business activities. Extraction, from the word extract. Now, activities in this category involve the obtaining of natural resources from the earth. Obtaining natural resources from the earth. For example, These activities may include what we call quarrying. That is extraction of stones from the earth. Or mining. Another example is mining. We have had people who dig into the earth to produce minerals like gold and so on. Okay? So that is a mining activity. Another one is lumbering. And included in this category is fishing. Fishing is an extraction of fish from the water. Okay, that is falls under category of extraction. So the activities that fall under extraction are the activities that involve obtaining natural resources from the earth. And I've given examples: quarrying, mining, lumbering, fishing, and so on. The second category of business activity is processing. Processing. Activities are those activities that involve the conversion of raw materials into more useful products. There are some materials that cannot be consumed in their raw form. These materials have to be processed or converted into more useful products. Okay? And this include milling of flour. Okay, milling of flour. This is done in the posho mill. Conversion of iron into steel. Iron is extracted from the earth, but if you just have iron, you cannot use it very much unless you process it to get steel. There is also turning of skins and hides into leather. Okay? When skins are taken from animals, may not be very useful until they are turned into leather. When you have leather, you can now produce products like belts. We have leather jackets. We have leather shoes, and so on. So that is processing. You can also include under processing the refining of oil. When you have crude oil from the ground, that oil can be more useful if it is refined oil. So that's another category of business activities. Extraction, processing. We want to discuss a third one. The third one is manufacturing. Manufacturing. I have another friend who says manufacturing. Manufacturing. All right? But the correct pronunciation, the right pronunciation is manufacturing. So activities in these categories involve changing of raw materials into goods in their finished form. Okay? Such activities include bread making, cement making, car manufacturing, and so on. These are all business activities. Those who bake bread, okay? Bread baking. They are doing it, most of them do it for business activities, though that can also be done for home use. We have cement making. Cement making is done for business activities. I'm yet to meet someone who does cement making just for the fun of it. It's very rare. I've not seen it. That someone can manufacture cement just for the love of it. Because you see, manufacturing cement is that process is expensive. So people who manufacture cement, they do it for business, including those who manufacture cars. You don't just manufacture car for the love of it or for home use. When you do manufacturing of cars, because it involves a lot of capital, then you may want to have return on that capital. You want to recoup or recover the invested capital. So manufacturing. Another activity is construction. Construction is another category of business activities. This involves the building of structures such as ships, big structures such as ships, aeroplanes, houses. Houses are a big structure, bridges, railways, roads, and so on. Okay, construction. Those who build roads, they engage in business activities. Those who build aeroplanes, houses, construction of houses, construction of bridges, construction of railways, and so on. That's another category of business activities. Then another one is distribution. Distribution of goods. Distribution of goods. This involves the transportation of goods from one place to another place. For example, from the farms to the market. And there are those who engage in such activities. Sometimes we call it trade. Okay? From the farms to the market. From point A to point B. From the producer to the user. A good example is the wholesalers. Wholesalers buy goods in large quantities, then break the goods down to sell to the final consumers or to sell to retailers. So distribution of goods, it involves trade. Activities in this category involves buying and selling of goods, and these activities such as selling, we are talking about, for example, selling clothes, operating shops, selling meat, okay, buying and selling meat or vegetables or milk and so on. Distribution. Distribution of goods. Then we have services. Learners, other than just goods, we have services. Services. Activities in this category of services involve human acts, which could be mental or physical, such as hairdressing, hair cutting, teaching, entertainment, driving, nursing. All right? Other activity is car washing. Car washing. Those are services, and they may be mental or physical. Like washing a car is more of physical, and doesn't mean that the one washing does not use a mind. No, there's an element of mental, because for you to take soap and wipe on the vehicle, you need your mind has to tell you to do that. So, but it's more of physical. Most of the time, you can do it without thinking what you are doing. Okay, it does not need much concentration, like teaching, like nursing, and so on. So these are services. I've given examples of services: hairdressing, teaching, nursing, driving, car washing, entertainment, and so on. So these are categories of business activities. Categories of business activities. Number 1 is extraction. Number 2, processing. Number 3, manufacturing. Number 4, construction. Number 5, distribution. Number 6, services. I've explained and given examples. For example, here under services, I gave examples of teaching. One example is teaching. Another one we said driving. These are activities. Another one we said hairdressing. We gave examples. Another example like entertainment. When you entertain people, that is a service. If you are a comedian, for example, comedians entertain people. Musicians entertain people. Dancers, when you dance, that is a service. You are not offering any product. When you dance, that's a service. When people watch you dance, they are entertained. That is entertainment. When you are driving, for example, you run a taxi, you are a taxi driver. You are ferrying people or driving people from point A to point B. You are not offering goods. It's a service. They pay you for transporting them from point A to point B. Services. When you go to a salon and you cut your hair, it's called hair cutting. When your hair is cut, that is a service. The one who cuts the hair is not giving you anything in terms of tangible. It's nothing tangible, but it's a service. Okay, hair dressing. When someone teaches you, okay, is offering a service. So teaching is a business activity because the one who is being taught pays for it. The teacher is paid for teaching so that he can also get profit. Okay, we've given examples, very many of them. Car washing is a service. Then distribution, we've said distribution. Under distribution, we're talking of trade, buying and selling goods, transporting goods from point A to point B. This is trade. Buying and selling goods. Buying and selling goods like clothes, vegetables, and so on. Operating shops to distribute goods. Those are activities. Under construction, we've mentioned different activities under construction. This is a category. Under construction, there are various activities such as construction of ships. We mentioned construction of ships, construction of roads, We talked about construction of bridges. We mentioned construction of houses. Okay, houses, these are examples. Under construction category, you can construct ships, you can construct aeroplanes, you can construct roads, you can construct houses, bridges, and so on. There are people who engage in business of constructing ships, constructing aeroplanes, constructing roads, constructing bridges, constructing houses, and so on. Then, under manufacturing, We mentioned many activities under manufacturing. Number 1, bread making. We gave an example. Bread making, cement manufacturing, bread making, cement making, car manufacturing, and so on. Car manufacturing, and so on. Processing, we talked about, we say that under processing, the activities involved under processing are those that involve conversion of raw materials into more useful goods. Processing is the conversion of raw materials into more useful goods. We gave example of milling flour, milling, flour milling, okay? It may be wheat flour or maize flour or millet flour or cassava flour or sorghum flour or any flour that we use. When you mill it, then we say you've processed, okay? We talked of also conversion of iron into steel. Iron is a raw material. Iron into steel. When you convert iron into steel, then we say that is a processing activity. Processing activity. We talked of also tanning of skins. Tanning of skins. We mentioned tanning of skins and hides. Tanning, double N, of skins and hides. Tanning of skins and hides. Tanning of skins and hides. When you convert skins into leather. Okay? When you turn skin, that means you are converting it from its raw form into leather. We also mentioned refining oil. That's processing. When you refine oil, crude oil to refined oil, then you are processing. You are doing what? You are processing. That is a processing activity. Then what about extraction? We gave examples of extraction of natural resources. Extraction is done when natural resources are converted, okay? When natural resources are extracted, not converted, but extracted. When natural resources are extracted from the earth, and we gave examples of extraction activities like quarrying, okay? Quarrying, we gave example of quarrying. We also gave example of fishing, quarrying, fishing. We talked of lumbering, okay, mining, and so on. When you get minerals from the earth, then we say you are mining. That is an extraction activity. So, mining, quarrying, fishing, and so on. So these are activities that we've discussed today. Business activities. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've discussed 6 activities. 6 activities. 1, extraction. 2, processing. 3, manufacturing. 4, construction. 5, services. 6, distribution. Do you have any question, learners? If you have any query, please, you are free to ask your questions. Below this video, there is a comment section where you can post your questions, and all your questions will be answered. That will effectively mark the end of today's lesson, but before we take the break, I'm going to give you assignment. This is your assignment. I'm going to write your assignment here on the board. Assignment. I want you to identify the business activities in your locality. Identify the business, or let me say the businesses. Identify the businesses found within your locality, and group them, and group them into the 6 categories of business activities. Your locality, learners. The assignment is identify the businesses found within your locality and group them into the 6 categories of business activities. Your locality means where you live. Look around where you live, identify the businesses found where you live, you list all of them. If it is butchery, if it is supermarket, salon, okay. We have kiosk, list all of them, okay. Hardware, all the businesses within your locality, then group them into the 6 business activities that we have discussed today. That is your assignment. Thank you for joining our today's learning session. We have many lessons on our website, which you can log in and learn. And make sure that anytime you start a lesson, have an exercise book and a pen. These are serious classes, just like the other normal classes. Make sure you write your notes. At the end of the lesson, review the notes. If you've not understood, the good thing about videos is that you can watch these videos as many times as you want. After watching the videos and writing notes, please do the assignment. At the end of every lesson, we give assignments. These assignments are just taken from the lesson that has been taken from the lessons. So you can always refer to your notes to answer. But when answering the questions, please don't refer to the notes. Go through the video, then test your recall. It's called testing your recall. Test to see if you can remember what you have learned. That is how we learn. Don't just watch the videos the way you watch movies. No. Make sure you take your notes, then do the assignments. If you have questions, feel free to ask questions. We have enough people to answer your questions. There are teachers on standby to help you do your assignments or answer the questions that you may have. Our objective at Manifested e-learning platform is to provide enough lessons to enable you gain knowledge which will make you a good citizen. The reason why we go to school is so that we can have knowledge that will help us be useful citizens in the society. You can be able to solve the problems in the society. For example, now the world is going through hard times. There is a disease out there. It has caused businesses to close, schools have closed, people are wearing masks, people are being ordered to stay at home because of a disease. So the reason why you go to school, learners, maybe you are the one who will help us in future. The doctors are working on the cure to this disease. So the reason why you go to school is so that maybe your vision is to become a doctor, is so that you can solve such problems. So it's very important for you to take your studies seriously, because when you do so, you can help the society. For example, the one who is going to come up with the cure of this disease will save many lives, because at the moment many are dying out of the disease. So learners, take your studies seriously, and God will bless you just as much as He will bless us. Bye-bye.
CPA students can now access top-notch lecturers anytime from anywhere. Download CPA video lectures from www.manifestedpublishers.com.
Manifested Publishers Limited is a research and teaching center that specializes in the production of learning materials and private online tuition for primary, secondary, tertiary, and university education. Sign up as a new customer at www.manifestedpublishers.com. Fill in the required credentials, full name, email, phone number, and password. Click on Sign Up. Enter the code received on your phone or email address for verification of your account, then proceed by clicking on Confirm button. Your account is ready for use and you can watch some free videos before you purchase. To get access to complete videos, use the following steps to buy. Click on View All Courses. Select the course you want to subscribe to. Click on the subject you want. Click on Buy this subject. The selected subject will be added to cart. Place or hover the cursor on cart or total amount and click on Checkout Now to proceed. Click on Lipa na M-Pesa and proceed to pay. To access your lessons, place the cursor on your name, then click on Subscriptions. To download videos for offline studying, click on Watch Offline. Download the Manifested e-learning desktop application depending on your computer operating system. Install the application on your computer. Sign in on your downloaded app using the credential used during registration. Place your cursor on your name, then click on Subscriptions. Click on the subject you purchased. On the top right window, click on Download for offline viewing. Click on Go to Course. In your new window, click on the first topic, Lesson 1. Downloading process begins automatically. Thank you for choosing to study with us. For more information, you can call us on 0724 173845.